Hey guys, it's Rebecca. I'm here today and I'm going to show you a cool, awesome core workout. It's going to start off with 5 different core exercises and we're going to hit up all lower abs today. Alright, come on and check it out. So what you want to do is you want to get a nice comfy mat so that you can lie down on, and all these exercises will be mat or floor exercises. The key thing to remember is that any time that you do any kind of core work, you want to maintain the natural curves in your back. So that means not arching, dropping the tailbone really low and letting the stomach come up high, and also not flattening the spine all the way to the floor, because that doesn't create the natural curve of your spine. So in order to feel that out, you want to take one hand and you want to slip it under your lower back, and then you want to press down on that hand. And that should give you enough height for your lumbar spine to fit comfortably for that natural curve. All right, so for the first one, after you go ahead and feel out that natural curve, you're going to take that hand out and you're going to maintain that position. For our first exercise, what we're going to do is we're going to take our hands underneath our butt and we're going to kind of cradle our tailbone. And as you do that, you're going to tilt your pelvis up towards you as you do it, and then go ahead and just rest it down. And then you're going to tuck your knees in, and that should help as well. And the first thing we're going to do is alternating leg raises or alternating leg switches. And it's going to look like this. And the goal is you want to hit at least 30 seconds on these babies. If you're able to reach 30 seconds, that's great. That's kind of like a minimum standard, right? From there, you want to see if you can hit 60 seconds. 60 seconds is what you would call average shape. And then once you reach 60, go ahead and see if you can push yourself to that 90-second count. And again, you're going to feel this all in your lower abs. Maintaining the curve of that spine. And just letting that burn kick right on in. And you don't really need to hold any more than 90 seconds, because after that point, the law of diminishing returns kicks in. So 90 seconds is a good number to be at. So that was our first lower ab exercise. The second one we're going to do scissors, nice and low. So same thing, take your hands underneath, tuck your tailbone under and go ahead and cradle it. You're going to start with your feet up high, maybe do a little lift so that you kind of set your tailbone into place. And you're going to slowly lower your legs and you're going to do the scissors. And if you can't go all the way down, you could go ahead and maintain right here at a 45-degree angle. And if you can go lower on that nice horizontal plane, that can dig in really nice and deep. I'm going to go at 45 right here just so I can talk at the same time. So you can do this one of 2 ways. You could do it nice and fast and vigorous, which gets those adductor muscles or those inner thighs working. So you're going to make these scissors nice and small, nice small cuts. And then you can go again and go nice and big on these guys. So kind of stretching out the adductors, letting the outside thighs work a little more. And again, if this is too hard, a modification you can do is you can bend the knees. And you can just cross from the knee on down. It'll be a lot easier. This is a good starting point. And then as you get better, you're going to want to go ahead and try to see if you can straighten your legs and get all the way down. Now for some of you, I've had clients where if they get all the way low, their hip starts clicking. And that's because the tendon is pulling across that hip bone, making that clicking noise. And that just means you're really tight down there, but you also don't want it to keep clicking and aggravating it. So instead of going down here, go as high as you can until it stops clicking. All right? That was exercise number 2, folks. Let's go ahead and go over exercise number 3. All right, next one, we're just going to do double leg raises. So again, tucking that tailbone under, cradling it nice. We're going to go ahead and slowly lower the legs down. And then go ahead and bring them back up. And with this one, the best way to breathe is to breathe in on the way down. And then exhale on the way up. So always think about you want to exhale on the work. And inhale on the easy part. Now here it's really easy to let your tummy pop up. So I want you to do your best to try to keep that belly button down towards the floor. But again, don't flatten that spine out all the way. Now if this is too hard to go straight-legged, then what you can do is you can modify it by bending the knees, and you can turn these into toe taps right here. And again, the focus should be on the lower abs. There's a lot of moving parts here, so there's a lot of body parts to focus on, but I want you to focus on those lower abs being the ones that actually feel that movement and do the work. And again, you want to try to reach at least 30 seconds. If you can reach 30, shoot for 60. If you can reach 60, go for the 90. And the best way to perform these exercises, there's two ways. For beginners, you can do the work on the way down, and then you can rest at the top and relax the abs. But for the more advanced person, what you're gonna wanna do is you wanna keep that tummy brace the whole time. So from here, all the way to here, and this is where you would normally relax, but I want you to try to keep that tummy tight as if you were holding your breath. And that'll really maximize the exercise. All right, that was exercise number 3. Moving on to 4. Okay, next one we're gonna do, we're going to do toe raises. So you're going to go ahead and take your feet all the way up above you. And for this one, you can have your hands by your sides or out to the sides over here, like a T. I prefer to have them by my sides right here. And what you're going to do is you're literally going to lift your tailbone up off the floor and then come back down. And the key with these is to try to keep them as in quick succession as possible. Getting a nice lift at the top. And this is definitely all lower abs, and you'll feel it. All right. So again, once you've done that for either 30, 60, or 90 seconds, let's go ahead and move on to the last exercise. The last one, we're going to incorporate some of the ones that we've already learned, but into a combination. Starting with the toe touches, or toe raises that we did up top, we're going to start with those and then add on the double leg raise at the bottom. It's going to look like this. And if you want to make it even harder, you can add the additional element of adding some scissors at the bottom. All right, folks, those are our 5 lower ab core exercises. Enjoy!